Hey everybody, welcome back to Quali-Tea time. So, not terribly much news, really, this past week. It's been very quiet in more ways than one. The big news really, I suppose, is that summer is arriving in big fashion around here, and whilst I'm not personally melting like a popsicle, which I don't think we have here as much, it is getting quite warm. We've been having some very warm days, and that's been putting a lot of people out of shape. The main thing that's been like messing me up is the sun is rising a lot earlier and setting a lot earlier, and well, just basically the sun is doing some weird wibblies in the skies, and that always messes up my sleep schedule something fierce. Pretty much every single like season change messes up my sleeping patterns. I wish I could figure out why, or more specifically perhaps how to make it not. So that's kind of something I've been working with. Back on sleep meds for right now, just trying to like regulate myself a little bit. They kind of have a weird variance in how they affect me. Like, the first time I started taking sleep meds to like help me sleep and whatnot, it was just like, oh, okay, I'm experiencing lag in my physical motions now, so I can't physically do anything, so I might as well go sleep. But this latest patch have been varying between, okay, yes, I'm about to keel over asleep now, and I legit am having trouble standing. It's like, it's varied quite dramatically, so let you know how that goes in the next week, I guess. The other piece of news that we have for this week is a reminder to our patrons, wonderful patrons over at patreon.com/lying, if you haven't figured out where that is by now. We have a shareholder meeting this Friday, which is probably the day after you're seeing this video, at 11 PM BST. It is the first of 3 such meetings this month, and hopefully we'll be having 3 such meetings every preceding month going forward, so that everyone has a chance to actually attend and share their views and whatnot. But other than that, on to the schedule. Our upcoming streams for the week include, at 11 PM BST on Thursday, we have Midnight playing XCOM 2 War of the Chosen, where we are punching faces and taking names, and let's be honest, we already have a pretty full name book. Then on Saturday at 9 PM BST, we have The Carousel, where last time on Carousel Spin Z, Dareweaver and Dart managed to avoid every conflict hook they encountered. Will we find them so lucky on the next spin? And lastly, on Tuesday, we have Building Blocks at 9 PM at BST, where we're going to be adding a default config option selection to various oddities for some out-of-the-box uses. And on to the questions. As always, these are drawn from the comment section of the preceding vlog. If you have anything to ask me, drop it in the box down below. Our first question of the week comes from Nayeri Wolf. Could Never Expedition be done now, or has Minecraft changed too much since 2012? The basic concept of Never Expedition, which was just doing a survival let's play in the Nether exclusively, not going anywhere else, I don't think that's been done to death yet. I think you could probably do that again. The main difficulty for it is that a lot of things that Never Expedition did are now impossible. Even just in the span of Never Expedition, in fact, access to water became completely cut off. So there's no way you could get access to water in the Nether anymore, and there's also no way you could consequently get access to things like renewable stone, which are kind of a big deal for Minecraft. You would probably need to do a degree of modding, or at least some creative scripting, to make sure that you had access to some actual meaningful resources to build your Let's Play on, because otherwise you would end up around episode 5 or so and be stuck. But there is still definitely a market for technical LPs and the like. People making redstone contraptions, people doing strange survivals and cool builds definitely are very much still possible. But you just need to like actually you need to take into consideration these changes of things. Not to mention you've now got access to Enderman, and you'll have blazes and wither skeletons spawning entirely around the entirety of the fortress, so you can't necessarily make a safe zone. Which kind of sucks, but if you artificially built a Nether Fortress, I can imagine it'd be okay. Other than that, though, the concept of revisiting Never Expedition at all, either by resolving the current arc of the character, or by maybe even remaking the original series with like a modern skill set, is definitely an interesting one. I don't know if you'll see anything about that soon, but it's definitely an interesting idea to consider. And on Shaker Rafe asks, whatever happened to D and Dragon Hats, which was the Dungeons and Dragons live streams that I did with Monkey, Mikachi, Muffins, and Dragon Hat. Basically it was just scheduling issues. We just had trouble getting everyone to meet up, and then that was further exacerbated by factors Like, most recently, Monkey's computer basically broke for months on end, and then Bin of Trash emigrated here to the UK, which was a whole busy period for her and Dragon. And then Dragon's voice acting prospects have picked up as well, so he's very busy in a variety of regards. So basically, people just got busy with other things. It's not off the table. I'm certain that pretty much all of us would like to get back to it, but when that happens and whether it would still be the campaign that we're doing, I don't know. You just have to find out and wait, I guess. And that's it for this week. So I hope you've all enjoyed, and as ever, I'll catch you all next time.